Hello everyone, Sash here, and I'm here with my Blue Eyes Dragon Link deck profile for the January and February 2021 format. So, this is a different version from the versions running around on YouTube currently because everyone is running the Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, which, don't get me wrong, I love Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. It's a great card. I've played it on Dueling Book against other people. It's great. However, two things. One, I don't have it. I was supposed to get three, but then the seller decided to cancel his pre-orders, which made me mad because they were very cheap. But that's a different story. Second, as good as Blue Eyes Fusion is, I feel like it takes resources out of the extra deck. It takes some key cards out that you'd rather have, if that makes sense. So like both decks are very good, but I'd rather have some cards I can easily make in my extra deck than having to wait on polymerization from a Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So, without any further ado, let's go and hop right into the deck profile. So, first things first, obviously we are running 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the ultimate creature of destruction, and it's virtually invincible. We're also running 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon and 1 copy of Dragon Spirit of White. Dragon Spirit of White's a fun card to play around with because it's free back row removal. Yes, it's in the form of a monster, but it's still free back row removal every other turn with Azure Eyes. But only 2 alternative because, again, combo builds, you don't want to run too many alternative because you can search it out very easily. You're drawing a lot of cards. You're thinning your deck out. It's going to break. And like that's just the fact. You can honestly get away with running 1, but 2 is nice because in the combo sequence you actually banish an alternative, so it's nice to be able to get it back easily. 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue. This is a new addition to the deck because if you look back on most of my other Blue Eyes combo video or Blue Eyes combo decks, it didn't really run Sage, and now Sage is actually pretty good because now we have Halki Fibrax. So yeah, 3 copies of the White Stone of Legend and 2 copies of the White Stone of Ancients. Very good cards because Legend searches out your Blue Eyes, and Ancients is can bring back a Blue Eyes from the main deck, and also bring back a Blue Eyes from the grave back to your hand. And we want to run these because these are our main combo starters. Moving on to our little Chaos Dragons, I run the 1 Starlish Safer, 1 Black Dragon, and 1 White Dragon. Great extenders, and you summon Starlish Safer off of Guard Dragon LP. We also have a Brotar. We can also summon this off LP if we already have Nebula Dragon in our hand. We also have Levianeer, Chaos Emperor, and Darkness Metal. You can summon Darkness Metal off of LP. If you already have Nebula Dragon, depends. If you have the Chaos Emperor Dragon of Armageddon, run that over this. I just don't have that. If that makes so this is a good alternative, but the Pendulum version is much better. Then to finish off our dragons, we run the 1 Nebula Dragon. It's a free Hope Harbinger at the end of the turn. And then finish off monsters entirely. 3 copies of Ash Blossom. It's just a really good card in this current format. So moving on to the spell and trap cards, or just spells rather. 3 copies of Melody the Awakening Dragon. Searches out your Blue Eyes. Great card. Also searches out Levianeer and Chaos Emperor Dragon. So good card. 3 copies of Chaos Space. Chaos Space is nice because it can actually search out your alternative, and it can also search out the little dragons. So it's more of an extender. You could honestly get away with running 2. I've been considering it, but I do think 3 is a good number to run. 2 copies of Trade and 1 copy of Card of Consonance. We do run a lot of level 8s, but Trade-in can brick if you open 2. So I'd rather just have 2 Trade-in, and then Card of Consonance is great because you have 5 stones, and you also have Sage, so you can easily search out a stone off Sage, and then Card's Consonance for a +2, and hopefully draw into Melody, which gives you your entire combo sequence. We also run 1 copy of 1 for 1, and 1 copy of Called by the Grave. 1 for 1 brings out your stone from the deck for easy combos, and Called by the Grave just stops hand traps, so it's nice to have. 3 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon. Basically what this does is it brings back one of your stones from the graveyard, and it can move them to different columns if columns are an issue. Then we also have 2 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, and 1 copy of Monster Reborn for our revival. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, we are running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, and that's the only fusion we're running. I actually don't run Boral Sword, because in Blue Eyes, Twin Burst is just so much better because it's easier to make, and also banishes your opponent's monsters, and you can bring this back into your extra deck via the White Stone of Ancients. Moving on to Synchros, we're running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, 1 copy of Azure Eyes, 1 copy of Moonlight, 1 copy of Crystal Wing, and 1 copy of Cloud Castle. Cloud Castle helps us make VFD. Black Rose Moonlight is a great disruption, and it also helps us make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. And then Spirit Dragon and Azure Eyes are standard. Only 1 Spirit because we only have room for 1. I would like to run 2, but I think for now it's fine with 1, because again, we can also shuffle this back to the White Stone of Ancients. Moving on to Xyz, we actually run 1 copy of number 38 and 1 copy of VFD. 38 is just great because it's a spawn negate, and VFD I run so that if we get the chance to make Cloud Castle, we can just stop our opponent from making monsters and from using monsters entirely. Yes, Forbidden Droplets and Infinite Impermanence is a thing, but whatever. It's either we make VFD or Appaloosa, and both of those cards stop it anyways. Moving on to Links, we run 1 copy of Link Kuriboh for a combo starter, the 2 Guard Dragons. Then we also run 1 copy of Haki Fibrax, another combo part. We actually run 1 copy of Herald. This allows us to bounce back a card our opponent controls easily, and we can summon a card from our deck. We also run 1 copy of Saryuja. It's a plus. It allows you to draw 4, put 3 back, and so it's essentially a +4 because you're going to search 3 Blue Eyes out in the combo. And 1 copy of Appaloosa. Appaloosa is nice to have because it gives us an option to not make VFD. So like if we have to go really out of our way to make VFD, like sack a lot of resources, it's easier to make Appaloosa. We can just make Appaloosa. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Subscribe. It helps the channel. The channel's exploded recently, which is so nice. I love that people actually enjoy the content, and we're this close, that close to 100. At the time of recording, we're probably 2 away, so if you see this, subscribe, please. If you want to, you can always unsubscribe later, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.